This poem is called Antonym of Ode to Perfection. Perfection is a load of horseshit. Is the standard I hold myself to, is impossible to achieve and improbable to forget, is the worst word in the Oxford Dictionary, and the mantra bouncing around in my head, right-hand corner, left-hand corner. Perfection is all that stops me from writing. When ideas take roost in the corners of my mind, in the left-hand corner, in the right-hand corner, like ideas coming back to the hive, they buzz around my ears, keep me up at night, make honey of my daydreams and pollen of my nightmares, hum yes, 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 where perfection comes in with its fly swat and its no, no, no's. I must create only that which is perfect, that which is timeless, that which I will hold on to forever and feel is still me. Can exist of a me that is changed, nothing can be dated, can be fleeting, can exist of a me that is changing, that is capable of change, instead of being perfectly stagnant. I must be a perfectly stagnant me. According to perfection, I can create nothing that is not something in 2 years, in 2 minutes, in 2 days. I can create nothing that can be lost to the march of time, for the march of time must cease in its parade when with me. I must become its conductor and guide my floats through busy streets and cheering crowds. Never let the crowds be me. People die all the time. Something like 15 billion have existed and stopped existing and then never existed at all, because no one alive remembers them and nothing of theirs remains. Perfection tells me that this is an evil rivaling death itself, a secondary death. A death of the existence to never be. Perfection tells me that without my art, this will be me, and I believe it. I fear this black hole, this secondary death, this non-existent, this cease to be, this never was. I fear it enough to scramble for words on a page and letters on a keyboard, for ideas in a head full of with trauma and pain, for honey in a hive of stinging hornets, for art to prove my mere fucking existence, but this is where perfection comes in and spoils everything. Perfection is a slab of rock that will one day become my headstone. But for now, with my blood still pumping and my lungs still filling, I refuse to hover over a grave not yet dug. So go fuck yourself, perfection. You bummer son of a bitch. You can take my turns of phrases and choke to death on it. Make an enema out of my make an enema out of my grammar mistakes, perfection, and a laxative out of my syntax quirks. For each poem is a masterpiece, proving I can't get any fucking worse. And if I want to write a verse about Corpse Husband, the faceless gaming YouTuber I am ephemerally in love with, and his songs that make me feel like taking over the world, and if I want to write a speech about Risky, the author I have become slightly, chronically, obsessed with, and my goodness, breathe, since meeting her in the dusk of my college first year and her books that feel like hollowing out my soul, and if I want to write a story about tarot cards, the mystic possible dipshit, taking over my life like a narcissistic parent despite not knowing the difference between a tower and a knight and having to Google secret meetings every time I do a reading, and if I want to brand myself with Clementine from The Walking Dead, my gateway game, my lifelong friend, despite not paying her a visit in almost a decade, and if I want to write about a boy with anime skin and anime eyes because he's from an anime. Because he's from an anime and he's super cute and super hot, then who's going to tell me to stop? Not you, perfection! For my transience is beautiful, and ugly, and awkward, and fucking cringe. But I will never again squash my fluid capabilities in the name of an unproductive fucking bitch.